Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stellos Stadium in Nashua, scene of today's high school girls lacrosse game between the intercity rivals, Nashua High South and Nashua High North. I'm John Collins, along with Tom King and our cameraman, once again, Tim O'Neill, on a beautiful, sunny, late May day here at Stellos.
Well, you want to bottle up today, and
Want to bottle it up?
Yeah, you want to bottle it up, and this is the kind of day you want. You know, it's a lot of sun out there.
Yeah, it's a lot of sun.
A lot of sun out there. I was at Holman earlier in the day because the Silver Knights are starting their workouts, and it was pretty hot out there. So, but this is going to be an interesting game, John, because these teams, I don't think they're that far apart. I think they're pretty evenly matched. This might be one of the more evenly matched games we've done all year. So this could be very interesting to see. South is a good scoring team. North is, I think, more of a defensive team. And I haven't seen them play, but judging from the numbers and when they send in their reports and everything else, that's the impression I get. Now, they play each other twice this week, today and Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday,
Tuesday
yes.
and Thursday. Now, the tournament pairings are already out. South is going to have to play BG in the first round. North is going to have to play Keene here. I don't think you're going to see a rematch of these two teams next week, because BG will probably advance to the regional final.
Yeah.
And they probably will have to play North. So, but we'll see how that works out. But I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. This is a fun game. Again, there's a rivalry involved. The games don't count for standings or anything, but it's because they already know the tournament situation because it was a random draw. But it'll be a fun afternoon and an interesting game. And I think both coaches, John, are going to try to look and see where they are at.
Sure. Use it as a gauge where they're at as they head toward their playoff round. Interesting, as Tom said, about how evenly matched they do appear when you look at the results so far against similar opponents.
Yeah, and those are accurate because South is pretty good at posting them and getting them in. So the NHIA, when it comes to Nashua teams, those results are pretty accurate.
Both of these teams played Pinkerton very tough, for example.
Yep.
Especially, I was impressed with the bounce-back game on the part of North. They lost to Pinkerton in the first matchup with the Astros, 19-1. It was all about the Astros and Derry, and then they met up about 3 days later, and also North was coming off back-to-back days playing Alvirne and Pinkerton, and North must have given Pinkerton a scare. 14-8 was the final in that one, so much different result. Shows they must have made some adjustments.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And don't forget, you play Pinkerton, twice in 3 or 4 days, but that's quite an adjustment to make from playing a team like Alvirne, which is in Division II and not very strong, to having to play.
Yes.
And
then South, they had a bounce back against Pinkerton themselves. They lost 16-4 in Derry. And then only 2 days later here at Stellos, 16-12. So they scored 8 more goals and held Pinkerton in the same 16.
Right.
Both teams have had flashes of quality play.
My thoughts, I think Pinkerton will end up, the way all that draw is and everything is organized and the way the group regions are matched up against each other, my feeling is it'll be Girton, Pinkerton in the final. I think that's what we're going to see.
It sounds like,
because the Bedford, right, which is close to BG, they're probably the second, the second or third best team in the state. They would be a BG opponent in the semis. But boy, wouldn't it be something if South could somehow, or North could somehow get out of this region? That would be a huge upset. It would be the biggest upset in the last 20 years around here.
It would be.
I think. Yep, definitely, no doubt about it. But it's turning time next week. Memorial Day, chock full of games.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's interesting you're talking about Bedford, Bishop Girton. Hopefully Nashua TV will be able to do that game, because the last time those two teams met, Bishop Girton came out on top of Bedford, but what a game, 9-6.
That's if they play. You never know. Bedford's got to take care of their region too. So.
Oh, true.
But yeah, that was the two Bedford BG, as we talk girls lacrosse, while they measure the sticks and the baskets.
Make sure everything's legal.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, can't they do this at 2 o'clock?
Yeah, right. Like a half hour before the
We
game.
really got to do it now.
I guess.
Right at game time. Can't you
That's
do
the
it a
way-
little bit before?
It's
They
at
were
game time. Yes.
They were out here practicing for
They
a
sure
half
were.
an hour.
Yep.
So-
Give me a chance to talk about the Nashua huddle. I think Tom checks into the huddle every once in a while.
No, I really don't. I haven't looked at it.
Because usually you've already reported on a
Yeah,
lot
I've
of this
already.
stuff.
Yeah, a lot of
It's a
stuff
nice
that I
quick
had.
summary for anybody that missed Tom's articles and columns in the
No,
Telegraph.
I always need that help. I need
Yeah.
that extra help.
Yeah, you're a one-man band these
You know?
days, so
I need it.
yeah. And they said the highlight of the week last week in the Nashua huddle. You can subscribe to this; it's free. It's an online newsletter, and in the May 23rd version, they talked about North's baseball victory over Londonderry, the number 2 team in the standings. And also they kept the momentum of that Londonderry win going by starting off the week defeating BG 8-5. So some excitement in the Nashua huddle about North baseball. Tom was at the North-South baseball game yesterday, which had another South had another dramatic
I was
finish.
there for the end of it. I heard that Steve Lane was doing a great job of updating us at the softball game, and so I knew that I had time
to go from
south over to Holman on the way
softball
home.
field, by
Yeah,
the way, is where we had the game yesterday. We'll talk about more about
Tim
that.
O'Neill got a limo to take him back to the parking lot. I didn't have that luxury, and I got there in time to see the end of the top of the 7th and then the bottom of the 7th, which North rallied from a 4-3 deficit to beat South 5-4.
The tying run balked home from third base.
Yeah, and he got to third because the ball, that infamous Holman right field, it's 7 o'clock. They're going to deal with it with the Silver Knights. Where do you see that on if it's nice out on Thursday night?
Yeah, this time of year.
And a little bit early on in Wednesday night's game, I think, if the weather's decent. I'm not sure what the weather is. I don't know if we're going to have thunderstorms come through or not. Tim O'Neill's the weather expert. He knows.
Tom's got those cool mirror shades on top of double masks over here, and he reminds me of the Invisible Man from the famous
exactly.
movie.
I know it. Well, the shades, I mean, at the game last Friday, I couldn't take the light because of the pollen and the allergies.
Yeah, the whole combination.
And I had contacts in, and they weren't adjusting to the light.
I'll tell you what, I'm hiding behind.
I had to go out. I missed River Hartsel Run. I had to go out to my car and
Absolutely.
get sunglasses, so I'm going to keep wearing them.
It is blinding sun right now. I'm hiding behind a pole, but hopefully Tim has a good shot of the field. Certainly, with your eyes shaded, it's great to see these young ladies out here playing girls lacrosse. We're about to get started now. 25 minutes up on the scoreboard, and we have our 2 contestants at midfield about to take the all-important
All
draw.
about the draws.
And the whistles.
It's funny, in the years past, the stats that you used to get from the coaches when they would send in would basically be goals and assists. Now it's ground balls, it's draw controls, it's everything else. They all know what makes things happen in lacrosse, that's for sure.
So Kylie O'Brien for North versus, South.
O'Brien has been very good on the controls this year. Very.
Oh, yeah.
Good for National North. Better put these boxers in somewhere else secure, John.
I know. I think I just had one go flying, too.
They're going to go flying all over the place with wind. I like the wind, and you need it today.
So Ella Ben-Zachary.
It was a different experience, as Tim will tell you, during softball yesterday, because there was a lot of wind. Believe me.
Nice. So Kylie O'Brien wins the draw. North downfield first to try to score. And the whistle will set North up in a very advantageous spot right off the bat here. This will be Lillian Brooks to take a shot. Uncontested if she wants to just let it fly on the whistle on the resume. Here she goes. Brooks shot goes. Lillian Brooks opens up the scoring. North on top 1-0.
How about that?
So off the opening draw win. Downfield, and they made it look rather easy.
And didn't waste any time either.
No.
36 seconds in.
Straight down the middle after the face-off win. So South will have to try to prevent that from happening again if they can. Long way to go here. Ella Ben-Zekri in the purple to the left.
Yeah, we know how good a player she is.
Yeah.
As a freshman.
Kylie O'Brien taking the draw in the white uniform for North to the right of the 50-yard stripe. Ball up in the air, fought for. Kylie O'Brien had a chance at it, but it is South that comes away with it. Kylie Daw with a nice waist-high grab, and she passes it to Madeline Madalewski. Madalewski in tight. Shot save is made. Point blank try, and it appeared that Samantha Canto stopped it, Tom.
Yep,
dead
she
on.
did. Nope, she stopped it dead on.
Another try, another bite at the apple for South. The shot, another save by Canto. Filling up between the posts, and she scoops up the loose ball.
Is that huge? Your goalie comes up big like that. That charges up the whole team. Wow.
Two big saves for Samantha Canto, the senior goaltender.
No question about it.
And preserves the early 1-0 lead. Now North trying to go back and double up. There's a whistle.
Yep.
A little bit of aggressive stick play by South. Now we resume. North still with the ball. Carrying the long route. Michaela O'Brien down the left sideline. Cuts back to the middle. A lot of space to work with.
Ooh, I thought she had a chance
No, I thought she had the whole left side.
I thought she had a chance to cut right through.
So North will take a breather, trying to penetrate, circling the wagon south, forcing the ball carrier wide and behind the goal. Trying to come out for a second, but then thinks about it different.
I think if you talk to Kiki McIntyre, she'll tell you that her team is this year, one of the faults that they've had is they don't start well.
Lillian Brooks trying to change that. She's got a goal already. She passes in the middle, and number 22, Kylie O'Brien, gets it knocked out of her stick. Loose ball, whistle.
Yeah, there's not enough. There's a lot of one-on-one play. There's not enough throwing the ball around and passing it, and now South is going to take advantage of it. And John Collins, that's my cue. Down I go. I will talk to you soon.
We'll welcome you back soon, Tom King. South trying to work the ball out of their own end to tie this thing up, trailing 1-0. And doing a nifty job of it, sprinting down the near sideline is Solil Dubois. Dubois up ahead, nice pass over the top to Caitlin West. West in the middle on the fly, shot, goal! Olivia Johnson on a dead run. Beautiful passing down the right side, cutting it into the middle, where Olivia Johnson never let up with sprinter speed, put it over the right shoulder of goaltender Samantha Canto, and as good as she's been, it would have been impossible to stop that one. So 22-11 remaining in the first half, and it is South on the scoreboard now. Back and forth we go. Two well-matched teams here at Stellos. On a Tuesday, is it a Wednesday? It is a Tuesday. Thank you, Tim. Tuesday, May 25. Glorious sunny late May day at what we hope is the very tail end of that awful pandemic, and what a chapter in everyone's life that will be to tell about two future generations about. How it changed everything for almost 2 years going on. And the ball pops up into the air. Lillian Brooks, opportunistic. She scored a goal already and nearly assisted on another, and she sprints far side in the middle. Loose ball. She was seeking to hook up with, I believe that was Kira Seiss, number 11 in the middle. Yes, and it went over Kira, and South was able to seize the opportunity, take the ball back, but it's North's possession. So North did maintain possession. Lillian Brooks, who scored off a penalty shot in the first minute to give North their one and only goal so far. She goes to a right, pass in the middle, shot, and a save is made. Great job going down low to stop it by the Panther goaltender. And I think that is Audrey Mullaney that stopped that, the freshman goaltender. South has a pair of freshman goalies. Kira Walsh also listed as number 52. This is number 53, Audrey Mullaney. And a tremendous opportunity there for Kylie O'Brien, who is North's face-off taker. He's got the nice pass from Lillian Brooks. There's a body check, and I think that might get called against South. I believe the shooter was Kiera Seiss, and she absorbed a body check just as she let the shot go that was stopped, but now it turns into a golden opportunity for North to get their second goal. Kiera Seiss shot off the post, and it bounces near side here off the far post, and it bounced this way, never went into the goal past Audrey Mullaney. So opportunity missed there, literally with the goaltender's best friend helping out. It's still a 1-1 game. Number 3 for North is Caitlin Lorendi, dodging 2 defenders as she came to the near sideline and may have stepped out of bounds in the process. So that was the whistle, and it is South's ball. They want to whistle it dead. There was some illegal stick play there. Actually, is that a card, a green card against North? I'm not sure exactly what the color codes are in lacrosse then, because usually I'm used to seeing a yellow card come out first in soccer. That one appeared to be green. So maybe there's stages of cards in lacrosse that don't exist in soccer. But that one came out on Caitlin Lorendi, I believe, number 3 for North. South trying to work their first lead of the game in tight. Shot, save, or went off the post, hard to tell. Trying to go low left side was Kylie Daw, number 7, making a very nice run with possession in the middle, and she got a clear shot away, but just not able to get it past Samantha Canto. Who's waiting between the posts with fine forms, got that larger basket that you see goaltenders wield in lacrosse. At the ready, shot, goal! Pass from behind the goal, out in front, and I do believe that was Ella Ben-Zekri that received it and got rid of it. As soon as she received it, she went top right corner, and I don't believe that Samantha Canto even had a chance to turn her head around from where that ball was passed behind the pipes. And nice play by South. They have seized the lead here. They gave up the first goal of the game and trailed 1-0, but they've scored the next 2. Change of sticks now for the draw taker and goal scorer, Ella Ben-Zekri. Olivia Johnson has the other one for South, and Lillian Brooks, the goal scorer for North, under 30 seconds to go in the game, right off the opening draw. That's the score, 2-1, South on top. We have played just over 6 minutes. Pass ahead, South with another face-off win there for Ben-Zekri. Olivia Johnson doing the dance, spin move shot, almost blindly, it goes off the right post and bounces straight up into the air and forward. North using that to their advantage. It was Kylie O'Brien that took it out of the air and ran with it, got fouled, and now the resume. North able to change to flip the field. Knocked out of the stick of Kaylin Creer, but it was an illegal play according to the official. North giving the ball back. They drop it, seized up by Caitlin West. Caitlin West up ahead, Olivia Johnson. One defender to beat is Natalie McInerney. And Natalie McInerney with great one-on-one defense on the dangerous Olivia Johnson. Behind the net it goes. South threatening to go up by 2 goals here, leading 2-1. Take a little bit of a breather on a set offense now. North trying to push South further out on the perimeter. Abigail Knowlton is number 12. Circling to the right. Underhand flip. Oh, excuse me, number 12 for South. Got to keep track. Solil Dubois, rather, number 12 for South with the underhand flip to Madeline Matalewski. And North takes it away. Goaltender Samantha Canto, solid in net. She's faced at least 5 nice chances for South. She's let just 2 in. South seizes the loose ball again. Solil Dubois up ahead. Can't connect cleanly with Caitlin West, but she tracks it down in the corner, being marked by Caitlin Lorendi. And a brisk walk now behind the goal. Caitlin Lorendi hands it off. Olivia Johnson. She can score, she can assist, and she can move. Number 1 in purple for South, a key player for the Panthers. We are 7 minutes into the contest now. South looking to go up by 2, leading 2-1. Lots of time of possession for the purple here. Pair of fours banging into each other there. In front goal. Number 11 with the score for South. Caitlin West gets on the scoreboard. Blinking, you would have missed it as they move it out in front. Those one-touch passes and shots, and behind Samantha Canto for goal number 3 for the Panthers. Hydration's got to be important today. If they put one of those fit watches on a typical girls lacrosse player, I got to believe it's measuring miles that they run over the course of 50 minutes of lacrosse. And a lot of it at a dead sprint. Ella Ben-Zekri on the draw now. She's done a good job. She lost the opening draw to Kylie O'Brien. That led directly to a goal for North. She shut the door since, and she does it again. Loose ball picked up by South. Isabella Walsh, number 2, nice job. Passes it across the field to the other hash mark. And with it is Madeline Mataluski. Dodges a defender. Nearly went right in front. A la Pasternak against the Capitals, but she decided against it and instead took it behind the goal. It is Stanley Cup season right now in ice hockey. Exciting time of year all around. The Red Sox in full swing. Patriots in pre-training mode, and of course the Celtics also in the playoffs. And the high school sports here on Nashua TV entering the playoff season in spring sports. This is a tune-up for the playoff round that everybody's invited to. COVID rules once again in effect this spring. So the goal is to win, compete hard, and not get hurt here in this North-South rivalry game on a Tuesday, May 25 of 2021. Right now, South leading the contest early in the first half by a score of 3-1. North trying to get their first goal since the opening minute. Dancing around Kylie O'Brien, playing some catch with Lillian Brooks. Being defended intensely out in front. Goal! Just using her body to shield the ball. Kylie O'Brien determined on that play to get a quality shot away, and she was not denied. Slips it over the top of Audrey Mullaney. A goal that really is on the defense for having given up there, but also credit to Kylie O'Brien for wriggling her way through the defenders and finding that opening between the defense and the near post. It's illegal to just level people, talking about Stanley Cup ice hockey and defending in front of your goal like they do in that sport. You can't do that in girls lacrosse. It'll end up being a penalty shot, but right there, somebody needed to establish position, a la drawing a basketball charge, and Kylie O'Brien found the opening. So another face-off win for South. Olivia Johnson with the assist on the bouncing ball. She scoops it up, runs it downfield. Olivia Johnson, the spin move, in front shot. Save is made. Samantha Canto, great anticipation by the North goaltender. And we have a whistle. What do we have? It's North ball. Terrific job in goal again for Samantha Canto. That was a high percentage scoring shot by Olivia Brooks, and she's not able to get it by Canto, who had seen Olivia Johnson do that same move where she spins around. South picks it up, and the whistle just before Ella Ben-Zekri was going to launch. You could tell she wanted to shoot that from only about 7 yards away. Instead, the whistle and the resume, she absorbed an illegal hit, but she'll have a chance to shoot it from right there if she wants, from an angle. Exactly 14 minutes left in the first half, and South threatening to go up by 2 again. Shot goes over everything to the right and out of bounds, but there was another whistle just before Ella let it go. So I don't know if that caused the shot to go wide, but in any case, she gets to shoot it again, or try it again, I should say. South North's defenders determined to try to get in the shooting lane if they can quickly on the resume. The shot. Goal! It's at least trickled across the line if it didn't go in and hit the net already. Ella Ben-Zekri gets it through. A talented goaltender in Samantha Canto somehow. And it's a tie score. South has tied it up. No, I'm sorry. It's 4-2. That threw me for a second. Yeah, it's 4-2. That was the fourth goal for South. That one scored by Ella Ben-Zekri. It is her second. Caitlin West has one, and probably the prettiest goal of the game by Olivia Johnson, as it featured a sequence of passes on a dead run, a fast break goal for South. So they've got 4, and Kylie O'Brien and Lillian Brooks have the 2 goals for North, trailing by a pair with 13 minutes and 30 seconds left to go first half. Another all-important draw at midfield. Ball pops up in the air. Lillian Brooks was able to use her height advantage to get in front of Olivia Johnson, but the net result is still a loose ball, and a foul committed by North gives possession to the Panthers. South, the tricky pass there, but it makes its way through to 2 defenders to Olivia Johnson. Breaks to her left, shoots, scores! Olivia Johnson able to stay accurate on a dead run twice in this game, going up high on a sprint and scoring goal number 5. That's 2 for Olivia and 5 for the team. A 3-goal advantage for the Panthers, and an optimal time to call timeout by the Titans. They're going to talk things over, get some hydration, talk strategy, and try to regroup and get back into this lacrosse match, trailing 5-2 with just over 13 minutes left to go first half. Good chance to check into the Nashua Huddle newsletter, which you can subscribe to free by going on social media. Just type in the words Nashua Huddle. You can view it online, you can subscribe, or you can print it up like Pete Johnson's done for me. See if I can get a quote from South Girls Lacrosse coach C.C. McIntyre. And in the Nashua Huddle, C.C. quoted, "It's hard to believe that our season is coming to a close and we are getting ready for the postseason. I'm extremely proud of the growth that this team has made over the past 2 months, and we are looking forward to finishing out this week with 2 competitive games with North." CC says we're also looking forward to celebrating our seniors on Thursday. So Thursday's game will be the 27th of May. Coming up will be senior night for South. Excuse me. North Girls Lacrosse took on a loaded BG team last week. Despite the loss to the Cardinals, the Titans girls had some great small victories, as Michaela O'Brien scored the first goal of the game and had 4 total. Lillian Brooks had 2 assists, and Caitlin Lorendi and Kylie O'Brien competed with stellar defense. According to the Nashua Huddle, they sum up the previous week in action, including in tennis, track, and we'll talk more about that as the game goes along. And also, of course, baseball summaries are in there as well. It's a great take. Chock full of information. Back to the action with 13 minutes and change left to go in this one, and back to this duel in the sun. I think that was a Hemingway book. Maybe it was about bullfighting in that case, but it applies here. Duel in the sun between Ella Ben-Zekri and Kylie O'Brien for possession. You can't score without the ball. North desperately needs to get it. They're trailing by 3, and yet South wins another loose ball off the turf. Good play by Morgan Uzdanovich, number 7. South, though, having difficulty just getting across the midfield stripe now. Whistle favors the Panthers, but they're facing a full court press, so to speak, by the Titans here, who seem determined to win possession back. You would think they were trailing by 3. The way the Titans are fervently going after that ball on the far sideline. That's Kylie O'Brien showing boundless energy coming off the loss of the draw, trying to get the ball back. Panthers wisely swing it to the near side where they've got all kinds of space for Solil Dubois to sprint down the field and shovel it on ahead to Caitlin West. West deep into the corner. Actually, she put the brakes on, didn't want to go deep to the corner. Instead, out where the purple jerseys are as they go across the top line. Olivia Johnson. Everybody getting a touch here on South's offense. Under 12 minutes to go. We played past the halfway point of the first half. Girls lacrosse match between North in the purple, white, and South in the purple. South leads 5-2. Behind the net it goes. Good job of warding off the attacker by Reagan Belanger on defense. Olivia Johnson, spin move, and I don't think she had possession when she tried to shoot. Ball had slipped out of her grasp. Out of the netting. North takes the opportunity to pick it up. Player that committed the infraction goes behind Caitlin Lorendi, and she launches it right down the middle. Good pass. Kaylin Creer has it knocked out of her stick. Loose ball on the turf. South takes control. Good back-checking play by Ella Ben-Zekri, who finds plenty of stamina and sprint speed here mid-first quarter and flings it back by Samantha Canto. Great individual effort, and I believe that was an unassisted goal. Ella Ben-Zekri ran a good 50 yards with that after stealing it away from Kaylin Creer on South's side of the field and turning around 360 degrees, running the other way was Ella Ben-Zekri, and she scores her 3rd goal of this game. A standout for South so far, number 14 in purple. Has 3 of South's 6 goals and winning all of these draws. Definitely South's MVP at this point. Trying to do it again at the expense of Kylie O'Brien. Lillian Brooks wants to get in there and get that long stick on one, but instead the ball goes the other way. Actually, Brooks is right there. And North does benefit. So Lillian Brooks able to assist Kylie O'Brien in winning that draw. Goes deep into the corner, gets a bump from South's defender Vanessa Reeder, 17, who's been making life difficult for this North offense, excuse me. In front, loose ball, and it's seized on by goaltender Audrey Mullaney. A misconnection there for North in tight. I think it was an attempt to get the ball back to Lillian Brooks, and I don't know if she saw the pass coming. Instead, the goaltender took it away. And Olivia Johnson spins through 2 defenders and scores. Finds the netting just inside the far post up high. And Olivia Johnson has her hat trick, 3 goals on the day. So it has become the Ella Ben-Zekri and Olivia Johnson show, scoring 6 of South's 7 goals. It's a 7-2 lead for the Panthers with a few ticks over 10 minutes remaining here in the first half. All the momentum belonging to South right now, and it's due to winning so many draws at midfield. Ella Ben-Zekri accomplishing what she must have set out to do here this afternoon, which is just grabbing possession on every faceoff. Watch the ball pop up into the air. There it is, and who gets to it first? Ben-Zekri. She got fouled, she'll resume. Number 14 for South, a force in this one. Down the middle, is going to shoot it, and off the post on a bounce. Now that shows you Olivia Johnson scored a few of those going up high in the netting. That shows you just how hard it is to maintain accuracy when you're running as hard as you can. And the goaltender's best friend checks in for North as the ball bounces off the pipe and stays out. 7-2, South in the lead. North a chance to cut it to 5. No, cut it to 4, 7-3. They want to make it 7-3. But getting backed into a corner literally is Regan Belanger, and she lost it to the defender, Ariana Murray. Down the sideline, Ariana Murray with great individual defensive effort there to keep the attacker away from the goal and take away the ball. Downfield comes Caitlin West. West charging to within 10 yards of the goaltender and had it knocked away, and then the shot point blank saved by Samantha Canto, trying to win it away from Olivia Johnson. And Olivia Johnson hit the turf at one point. Hopefully she's all right. Bent over a little bit. I don't know if he's just adjusting equipment. Not hurt. Olivia Johnson has it. Round to the other side. Samantha Canto trying to do what she can to keep her team in this game. Has made at least a half dozen quality saves and also a little bit of help from her posts. In tight, turnaround over the net. Shot by Madeline Madalewski had a chance. To mention the 6 goals between Olivia Johnson and Ella Ben-Zekri. The other goal was scored by Caitlin West to give South 7-2 for North. South threatening to add to their total, though, on this possession. See what happens on the resume here. Just under, they wanted to put 5 seconds back on the clock. Interesting. All right.
Feels like I climbed Mount Everest.
Does it?
Yeah. And North may have to do that.
Do you ever count the number of steps that are on the stands here?
No, I never did.
Yeah,
I do that sometime
Yeah.
when I have time.
Circling, shooting, scoring!
Boy, I'll tell you, South's accuracy is really impressive today.
It is.
You know?
Number 12 for the Panthers is Solil Dubois, who scores her first. It's an 8-2 South lead.
And here's the typical possession and the problem that North had. Down over here, just before I came up, stripped of the ball. Can't let that happen.
Not even a scoring chance.
No,
out of it.
you can't let that. They have had 4 or 5 turnovers at midfield. They have had the goalie intercept the pass.
You had 2 offensive players against Ariana Murray, and Murray came away with the ball.
Yeah, that can't happen.
Good point.
You know, it really can't happen.
Need at least a shot on goal in that situation. Instead, South looking up at a 8-2 deficit. They haven't put the score on the board yet.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
8-2.
I forgot to put the number 8 goal up there. Downfield comes North with a chance here. Kylie O'Brien off the face-off win. Not an easy task against Ben-Zekri, who's won at least 3/4 of the draws, probably more, with help from her teammates, scooping up the loose ones. North looking for a shooting lane. Kylie O'Brien, 20 yards out, trotting to her right. Box formation by South defense. O'Brien fakes right, goes left. Ben-Zekri pushing her away in a sea of purple. Foul committed, and now O'Brien will have a chance from about 10 yards out.
O'Brien clearly controls this team. I mean, she is the engine. There's no question about it. Watching her play and watching the possessions, she's the one you want with the ball at all times.
She has it now, slips around a defender and got sticked up high, so they'll give her another restart. She was going for the slam dunk there instead of maybe shooting from 5 yards out.
Are 5 unanswered goals by South. 3-2 game, and then all of a sudden it's 8-2.
Yeah, they really need a goal here from O'Brien.
They really do.
See if she can provide it. Sprinting, shooting, goal.
Boy, I thought she waited too long. But
I did
she gets
too.
it.
She was kind of ducking a phalanx of sticks above her head there as she slipped it over the top of Audrey Mullaney. For goal number 3 for North, that is the second of the game for Kylie O'Brien. Lillian Brooks has the other one. And, well, 2 hat tricks
I like that breeze.
for South. Yeah, nice.
I like that breeze. Yeah, the windows open here.
Ella Ben Zachary has won all these draws and also scored 3 goals. And Olivia Johnson, the other hat trick for the Panthers.
Because I'm getting brave. I'm in the box today instead of outside. I remember 2 weeks ago when I was outside, I roasted.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been some May, hasn't it? Some month of May.
Yeah, all of a sudden, some month of May. It wasn't early on. All of a sudden, the sun, you know.
Yeah,
the
it did.
sun's
All of a sudden it was summertime.
The sun's going to be stronger anyway this time of year. So
North with a chance to double up on goals here back to back. Kiera Sice, S-I-C-E, got hit as she shifted from left to right.
She'll have a restart at the 15.
Does she shoot it from there?
I say no.
I think you're right. Low percentage. Looking for a teammate immediately,
Yep.
Kylie O'Brien. Into the corner.
Well, you want O'Brien with it.
Around the perimeter.
She's their go-to.
Lillian Brooks has a goal in the game, number 5. She gives it to Kaylin Creer, and now back to O'Brien. Backs it out from 20 yards out. Calling out a play to the left. Lillian Brooks. Brooks is a good long-range shooter with that long stick. She shoots it, scores!
Wow, great shot by Brooks. She over the top of everything. Just fired a hard, low, a shot that went high to low.
The highest velocity goal of the game today for North for sure. And from the greatest distance maybe of the game. 8-4 now. South still doubling up on North, but a glimmer of hope for the Titans, scoring on back-to-back goals now. Trying to cut into that big South lead. 5 minutes, 14 seconds left to go first half. Rivalry game, first of 2 this week. Battle of the Bridge week here in Nashua. Tuesday, May 25. These 2 teams will be right back here on Thursday. All-important draw at midfield. Can North come up with 3 goals in a row?
We will be busy Thursday.
Kylie O'Brien with the steal, with
That's
the
a
snag.
big play. You needed to get ground balls, and they got one. They were trying all game over on that far side to try to get some, and they couldn't do it.
Crossfield to Lillian Brooks. Brooks being shoved out.
This is the one thing that, Gigi McIntyre will tell you, defensively, South's got to be stronger.
Vanessa
Look
Reeder,
at this, right
goal!
in.
Vanessa Reeder was Lillian Brooks' biggest problem initially, but she went away from Brooks and left an opening, and she took full advantage.
Well, she sure did.
Brooks has 3. First hat trick of the game for a North player. And that is 3 goals in a row, Tom. North's on a run.
They are.
They needed it. Timeout a little while ago, trying to interrupt South's momentum, which they seem to continue out of the break, but now North
South needs to win a draw.
Yeah, to get their dominance back.
Right. They need possession.
Certainly Ella Ben Zachary was on a long string there, winning faceoffs with help from her teammates to pick up these loose balls, and now a whistle before Lillian Brooks can grab it.
Could
To
be
have a
South.
hold.
Yeah, hold on North, obstruction, and they're going to be South ball, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Yep, they're pointing that
They're
way.
handing it over. So Ben Zachary up ahead to Olivia
I
Johnson.
mean, they had, one possession where they made 2 passes for a goal?
Yeah. Olivia Johnson cuts to the middle, scores.
Wow, what a shot from right there through traffic, and she still found a seam. I would love to see. I'd love to see Olivia Johnson and Riley Bouvier of BG in some kind of a shooting contest. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, you're right. There's a name, too.
I mean, they look
Doesn't
like
she like to score on the run also?
they look like the same player.
They
They got
do.
the same number and the same hairstyle. They're both blonde, and they have it long and they run.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I think the way we could set it up, Tom, is to have them run down the hash marks, right? And
Yep.
just make sure they run as hard as they can and shoot it at the same time, and you try to.
How many does Johnson have? 4?
4.
I mean,
And they're all in the run.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's, you know.
That's not easy to do.
No.
But she specializes in it.
But
And-
if you
and-
watch them,
Yeah,
you
and
look like
Bourgeois,
you're watching
same way.
the same
Yeah.
Bouvier. You look like you're
Bouvier,
watching
sorry.
the same player.
Yeah, it's fun. We have a break in the action for some reason. It looks like maybe an equipment thing down below behind the north bench.
Oh. They finally did fix the board, though, right? Yes, they did. Yep.
Yeah, it's looks like somebody's getting taped up. So they go back out. It's Kylie O'Brien, the face-off taker. She might have taken a nick on the
It might have been the
hand.
stick, maybe the stick, or is it an injury? Oh, no, they're looking at her hand. Yeah, exactly.
It's her finger zoomed in. So she's putting on number 20. Why is that the thing? Oh, she probably got blood on her shirt. Tim's ahead of me here today.
Yeah, but where?
course.
Did you see her change? I didn't
No.
see her change.
Oh, she put it over the top.
Oh, over the top. Okay,
Covered
there
it
you
up,
go.
yeah.
Yep.
So don't be fooled. Number 20 is actually number 22.
So you got to go a long way to fool Tim O'Neill, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He sees all, knows
And
all.
you also wonder why that doesn't happen more often, where they get their hands nicked up in this game.
Right.
They don't wear gloves like hockey players do.
Well, they don't need to. There's not supposed to be any contact.
Not supposed to be, but look at that.
But they hack
Another
each
stick
other
goes
all,
flying.
Yeah, they hack each other all the time.
Yeah.
And North with a big possession now. Let's see if they can keep it to 3, cut it to 3 again.
Ava Susi, number 6 for North, doing a good job of scooping up that loose ball.
We got nearly 4 minutes left to play, just over 4 to play in the first half. It's an entertaining game so far.
Yeah, it is.
But South's got to wonder, 8-2, they could have pulled way away, and they opened the door and let North back in.
Vanessa Reeder, number 17 for South, is one of your more aggressive defenders out there. She does that at the risk of getting called for fouls. It happened there. She got called for fouling Kylie O'Brien, so O'Brien's got a clear view of goaltender Audrey Mullaney.
Mullaney's got to come up big on this.
Shot, goal! And did South stay with the same goalie as started, Tom, or is it 52 now? They have 53 and 52, very close in the numbers.
I haven't seen
But what a
it.
great shot there by
I
O'Brien.
haven't seen. We would have seen the change. We would have seen the player run out.
Probably,
And
I
run
just
back.
thought I might have done it during the timeout, but you're probably right. The same goalie.
53.
It's 53 still. So
Yeah.
Audrey
Still
Mullaney,
Audrey Mullaney. She's our goalie. I mean, they're
Yeah.
going to stick with her. I would
she's
imagine.
done well, but what a shot going low that time.
9-6.
O'Brien has a hat trick to match Lillian Brooks. So they account for all 6 North goals, Lillian Brooks and Kylie O'Brien. And a much closer game than it was moments ago when it seemed South was threatening to run away with it. And a lot of it has to do with flipping the switch here on the draws. Making an adjustment. Kylie O'Brien finding a way to win the ball away from Ella Ben-Zekri and her teammates in purple. And a lot of it has to do with scooping up the loose balls after the opening touches. This time it is Olivia Johnson that does the job. She picks it up off the turf, charges ahead. She's going to take it outside this time. Passes it back. Number 7 for South is Kylie Daw. Daw back to Ella Ben-Zekri and across to Salil Dubois. Walks it up, hands it to Madeline Madalewski. They go deep corner to Caitlin West behind the goal. And all the way back to Olivia Johnson. Right around the perimeter, South going with this one. Kylie Daw to her right. Dances a few. Doesn't see the opening, so she hands it off. Salil Dubois changing places with Madeline Madalewski.
Right in, but she couldn't find an opening.
Taking it all the way back out.
Got to be careful when you bring it into a crowd like that to risk the turnover.
Well, Olivia Johnson's had a little bit of a breather here. She's been running hard all game, and I would look, if she gets the ball back here, she might try to make a move, penetrate the offense.
The heat they take
The
it
defense.
may make an impact in the second half.
You would think. Olivia was
Oh, nice-
crying for the
nice
ball right
spin
there.
move.
Ben-Zekri draws a triple team. Ball on the turf. Who's got it? In traffic. Whistle. And North will be awarded possession.
So what Ben-Zekri's got to do is when she makes that spin move and she's all alone, fire the shot.
Yeah.
You know, she had plenty of room to fire it, and she held on to it and drove it into the double team.
Well, certainly I saw Olivia Johnson make the run across the middle, begging for the pass, but Ella got to go point A to point B behind her.
See, look at this. Look at this. See the triple team right there. The triple team will always get you.
And especially if you're standing still, which unfortunately happened to North right there.
Yeah, the turnovers are really hurting.
You got to avoid those.
The turnovers are worth the 3 goals. They're equivalent.
Exactly.
Here we go.
In front, shot, goal. Over the top for South's Caitlin West.
Number 11, right? Was
yes.
it 11? Yeah.
Caitlin's second goal. A little bit too easy there for North, allowing the ball handler off the turnover to go right in front of the goaltender. And it was basically a layup or a slam dunk goal for Caitlin West. Her second of the game. And again, hat trick for Ella Ben-Zachary and 4 goals for Olivia Johnson. Those 3 players accounting for 9 of South's 10 total. Salil Dubois has a goal. Back to the midfield face-off circle with 90 seconds remaining in the first half.
Just unbelievable in terms of the sun splash on this field and the stamina that these kids are going to have in the second half with this sun beating down on them.
Yeah. I've seen some impressive sprints here late in the first half, but as you said, Tom.
We going to get those late in the second half? I doubt it.
Exactly. Olivia Johnson, I don't know. She might make a liar out of us. Let's see. She's got some left in the tank here. First half, she puts the brakes on. Nope, fake the pass. Going to her left.
There's 1:19. There's 1:19 left to get a 10-6 lead.
In front. Shot goal.
Oh, wow.
Caitlin West has a hat trick.
West steps back. She knew she didn't have room, so she stepped back and fired it over the top of the defender. That's a calculated goal by West.
The fadeaway bullet up top.
Yeah,
and
no doubt about it.
Nicely placed.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, the fadeaway bullet. Yep, 11-6 now in favor of South with 1:12 to play.
Now that's a big swing right there, Tom. If
10,
North scores, it's a 3-goal game.
And all of a sudden you get 2 in a row. And it's 11-6.
Exactly, yeah.
But 1:12 to play, and still plenty of time for North to pick up a couple and put them on the board.
They need a face-off win. Ella Ben-Zachary determined, I'm sure, to take possession of this again. Ball ends up in Lillian Brooks' possession. She does have the height advantage there next to Olivia Johnson.
She makes a good catch.
Lillian Brooks has scored some impressive goals.
What a pass!
Shot, goal! And so North takes a page out of South's playbook there as they go down the field with some over-the-top passing and an over-the-top shot and score by Kiera Seiss.
What number there? Right at the 30.
Number 11.
11, yes. Yeah.
Kiera Seiss joins the goal-scoring party that
and you know
Lillian Brooks and...
You know what that was? You know what that looked like? That's the equivalent of a turnaround jump shot in basketball.
It is.
Got the ball right in the middle in the lane, turned around and put it in the 10-footer.
Maybe, yeah, from the foul line, top of the key, you think?
Yeah, a little bit closer in.
Closer in, but yeah, right over the top of the defender.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
And beats the goaltender, kind of maybe using the defender as a partial screen. But a big goal for North. It's 11-7 difference right now with 0.1 less than a minute remaining, 59.9. So let's see if North can squeeze another goal in. Lillian Brooks, the formula for North, pop the ball up in the air to your long stick defender or midfielder.
Kiki McIntyre may need to make a change of draw. They're going to need to start winning more draws. North has been able to come back because they've been able to get these draws.
You know, the change might have to be put another person on Brooks rather than Olivia Johnson.
Exactly, right.
As great a player as Olivia is.
She's got the height disadvantage. Yeah, exactly.
Because it's turning into a second jump ball.
Yep.
There's a shot by O'Brien. No.
Yep.
Yes.
In.
She was able to beat a double team and the goaltender to pot an 8th goal for North. And
I told you there was more time left for North to come back, and they're taking advantage of it. 42.9 seconds to play.
4 goals for Kylie O'Brien. She's stepping up and helping her team, going to the locker room with a lot of hope.
It could be more than hope, John, if they get another draw and and get another score or 2.
In the first half, where at one point looked South was going to run away with it, now it's just a 3-goal game with 42 seconds remaining in the first half. You look to your right, you see, again, Lillian Brooks and Olivia Johnson paired up, and Olivia just trying to box. I mean, Lillian's trying to box Olivia out, use that longer stick. And you can just feel Kylie O'Brien's trying to pull the draw back there. That's it. And this time Olivia Johnson got her stick in the way, but it came right back to Kylie O'Brien. The formula still worked for North. Back to the middle. O'Brien shoots. Is it over the line?
It's over the line.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
A 5th goal for Kylie O'Brien. Audrey Mullaney nearly saved that. It just trickled across the stripe.
And so here, I told you, enough time.
Oh boy, now 11-9.
You got a game.
Certainly is a game. 2 goals only separating these two teams, and that goal, Tom, as you see, took only about 16 seconds.
Yep, and that's just it. You win the draw, you run down, you can do it in about 15 seconds.
So time for another goal
That's
for
why I
somebody.
always tell you, that there's a lot of goals that you can score in the last minute 30.
So the adjustment made by North, you can see their formula. As I just saw Kylie O'Brien glance back. Where are you, Lillian?
Yep.
To her right, over her right shoulder. And look at how South is setting up differently on the draw this time. That was a different draw taker. Ball comes back into a traffic jam, and South comes away with it. 20 seconds remaining.
That's because South has been better at the ground balls. If the draw ends up on the ground, the odds are South's going to get it. Nice pass.
Loose ball, 15 seconds left. Who has it? South picking it up, trying to get a shot away. Sticks collide above everybody's heads.
Got 6.1 ticks to go.
And they're going to whistle North for a violation here.
So here's a big restart and a big free shot.
Madeline Madalewski with the chance to take the shot with 6 seconds to go. Point blank from an angle against Samantha Canto.
I go low. And she does and gets it.
Goal, big
Yep.
goal. South able to interrupt the momentum of North heading into the halftime as they get one and make it a 3-goal advantage. They have a dozen. Nicely done. She did, in fact, went just over, I think, lower thigh, knee area of Samantha Canto. She seemed to have the upper part covered, but.
And here we go with the draw again. This is a big draw because if you're South, all you need to do, get the ball in the air, knock it away somewhere, and let the clock run out. You don't want North to get it and have, maybe a chance to take a long, long shot. And it's going to run out. And
That's
there we
it.
go. Yep, that'll do it.
So to halftime we go.
Boy, that was a long 5 minutes,
The
wasn't
last
it?
5 minutes with a lot happening.
Sure was.
A lot going on. The score at halftime, so only a 5-minute halftime, folks, is 12 for South, 9 for North, and it is still anybody's lacrosse game. On a warm Tuesday here, stamina will be a major factor in the second half.
It's going to be a major factor for me in the second half.
I'm John Collins. That's Tom King. Our cameraman Tim O'Neill will be right back with the second half of this Battle of the Bridge game after this halftime break.
I've been vaccinated because I want to keep our entire Nashua community safe.
To help protect my family and friends.
Because it's the first step for our community to go back to normal life.
Because I didn't want to bring sickness to my family.
Because it's time to get the fans back in the stands.
For the safety of us and the members of our church.
Because we needed change.
I got vaccinated for you.
And I got vaccinated for you. So roll up your sleeve, Nashua, and let's get vaccinated.
Welcome back, everybody, to Stello Stadium as we resume play. It is South leading North 12-9 with a fresh 25 minutes up there, and North wins the opening draw, trying to score the first goal of the second half. With possession is Kylie O'Brien, forced to change jerseys, or actually put a new jersey over the top of 22. She's wearing 20 now because her right hand got bloodied in the action. She has scored 5 goals to lead all scorers today. For South, Olivia Johnson has 4 goals. Stars shining here on a brutally sunny day now. here at Stello's. Yes, it is at the Peach Game. You know, Tom didn't have his headset on, but he's talking like he's on the air.
I guess you need a headset to talk, don't
I see
you?
guy. See, now the next time you see a guy go up to bat in baseball without his helmet on, you'll know that it could even happen to you.
John, there's mornings when I get up and I turn on the coffee maker, and a half hour later I go to get a cup of coffee and there's nothing there. Why? Because there was nothing in the coffee maker.
Oh boy.
It's not.
It's not. We're getting that point, huh?
We're getting to that point, yeah, unfortunately. I gotta leave notes all over the place. But
Kaylin Creer has it, number 1, near side. And she hands it off to Kylie O'Brien.
It looked like we were going to just be looking in one direction for a long, long time, and we were swiveling our heads back and forth.
Yep. Turned into a tennis match later in the first half. North had been trailing by a lot early. Was it 8-2 or 9-2?
8-2.
8-2. When things looked most dire for the Titans, and then they were able to make an adjustment on the face-offs at midfield where Kylie O'Brien and her teammates, especially Lillian Brooks, started to win one draw after another. And that flipped the script in this game. O'Brien weaving away through traffic, finally.
That's a good job by South to cut her off, but the whistle blew.
Vanessa Reeder got.
And the refs are going to discuss this for some reason. I don't know what
maybe they had opposing calls.
Could be with 22, with just 3 minutes, almost 2.5 minutes into the second half.
Gonna back it out to the 15.
Yeah, they're a restart.
Yep.
I guess he should pass it.
She does. Kylie O'Brien goes to Lillian Brooks on the top side as we look at it.
She'll look for Brooks to get it back to her, probably.
Brooks will shoot it from 10 yards out if she gets a shooting lane.
And
she's running.
Good crisscross play.
Here she goes.
Yep, with O'Brien cutting in front of Brooks, so Brooks can, setting a pick that way, a running pick, so Brooks can get her around and get free. And look at
in front, goal.
That was all the play by O'Brien, cutting in front to allow Brooks to circle around without being inhibited.
Lillian Brooks, we don't have height and weights or anything in girls lacrosse rosters, of course, but it appears that Lillian's a good 5'10", just eyeballing from up here.
Imagine if Victoria Conrad played for her.
Yeah.
She's doing track.
She's what? Is she 6 something, right?
6'5"?
Yeah, she's the center.
Center for
basketball.
Right.
Always the tallest player on the court, and yeah, she would have been able to slip that up top as well. It is a 12-10 game now. Only 2 goals. North comes out of halftime energized.
That all-important first goal.
North did lead in the game 1-0 in the first minute. Lillian Brooks off the opening draw, but after that, South took control of the game for a while. North figured out how to win the draws at midfield. And then you can see there's, I don't know if that's a South strategy, Tom, but behind to the left of the 50, there's only one North player there. And clearly, Kylie O'Brien's trying to win the ball back over her right shoulder to Caitlin West. I mean, number 11 is Kira Seiss.
And this time she picks up the ground ball.
Yeah, finds another way to win the draw. Ducking the double team, some stick work called against Caitlin West, and she has to give the ball back to Kylie O'Brien. O'Brien being marked by Ella Ben-Zekri.
Great possession here. The Titans can close it to 1. Told you this would be an evenly matched game. It didn't look like it for a while there, but all of a sudden, North got back into it.
A tight contest happened. Lillian Brooks, fake left, went right, going behind the goal, finding some extra energy all the way around. Still has it. She comes out 15 yards away, 10 yards away. A lot of defenders getting in her way. Wisely. Now she slips in and gets up top and takes a hit, but I think that's going to count.
I think it will count.
Lillian Brooks turning into an unstoppable force here. And are we going to call somebody for a yellow card or something?
I was just going to say, will there
discussion.
They're going to discuss whether or not the whistle blew before the shot. picking this thing. Nope. No, they're all moving back, so I believe they're going to say
No goal?
no goal.
No goal.
Wow, look at that, huh?
I guess they're saying that Lillian created the
Created
contact.
the contact with the goalie, yes.
Effectively
exactly.
like a charge in basketball. That was a hard hit stick work by Kaylin Creer, and she gets whistled for that. So South still has possession. So goal doesn't count by Lillian Brooks. South with a lot of room to roam on the fast break, but they lost the loose ball to the turf. Who's going to pick it up? First to get there, Kylie O'Brien, far sideline, comes away with it.
Boy, it has been all north for a long time, hasn't it?
Ella Ben-Zekri just cuts off O'Brien at the pass, taking 3 or 4 defenders down the far sideline with her. Kylie O'Brien still with it. All kinds of energy
I
expended.
always call it a track meet with sticks when they run like that. Here's a chance right here. Nope.
All that work by O'Brien. Now South trying to steal the ball back behind their own net. And that whistle is going to favor the Titans. So they're going to set up behind Audrey Mullaney. North trying to make it a 1-goal game, trailing 12-10. Actually, the ruling, I guess, what's going on? Oh, they have to set up in the corner. That's the difference. Okay, but it's still North ball.
And now they go.
Kylie O'Brien being marked back there by Bailey Carroll in front.
Close. And if you notice, most of North's goals are right in within 3 feet of the goal. That's what South probably has got to be upset about, is that they're allowing that penetration. I'm sure Kiki McIntyre isn't happy about that.
North has it. Chance to shoot from a tough angle. Behind the net instead. Lillian Brooks lurking out in front.
Yep.
No chance to let go of the ball, and she gets double teamed, knocked away by Maya Ryu, number 19. She's got the white helmet on. You might see her right there next to where the ball ended up. A couple players wearing helmets. Also a number helmet, Bailey Carroll, number 22.
Well, I'd wear a helmet.
I know, wouldn't you?
The way these guys are clanking each other with the stick.
It seems to be like a definite yes. Want a helmet? Shot, save. And Audrey Mullaney
needed to make one.
Yes. Helping her team out. Gets the ball back as well. No rebound. And Mullaney looking for somebody to pass to. Finds Ella Ben-Zekri. Ben-Zekri's going to try to use her legs. Get it out of there. She does. She finds space. All kinds of room down the middle. Ella Ben-Zekri.
Wide open spaces, and she's running right there. There's Lorendi to try to stop her.
Goal line run. Shifts to the left. In tight. No, she got fouled, and she's only about 8 yards away from the goal.
A good job by Caitlin Lorendi to cut in front of her and stop the speed. But when you do that, there's a chance of a foul, and that's what happens. So here we go.
Ben-Zekri fires it off to the right.
Wide.
Wisely. South has a player stationed back there, and they retain possession. That is Isabella Walsh, number 2. She hands it off to Caitlin West. West back to Walsh. She'll give it to Olivia Johnson. Johnson hasn't had a chance to work her magic yet here in the second half.
Nope.
Number 1 for the Panthers, who has 4 goals. Pretty goals, too, on a dead run. Ball knocked loose. South retains it. Salil Dubois, she's got one, number 12. Hands it off in the middle. Whistle happened just before the shot by Kylie Daw. What is it? Foul against North. Looks like Kylie Daw will be setting up shop directly in front of Samantha Canto. 10 yards out. Wait for the whistle. She might just launch. Goal.
Goal. I thought she had it on the far side.
It came out of the netting so quickly, it almost looked like it didn't go in.
Yep.
But it is a goal
by
Kylie Daw, right?
There you go.
Number 7.
Number 7, yeah. That's
so,
a big goal for South.
Yeah, they get a 3-goal lead back.
They needed that. 17 minutes exactly left in the game.
Players making their way back to the center circle a little bit more slowly every time 17 minutes left to go on this sunny and hot day here at Stellos. Taking the draw for South, number 11 in purple, Caitlin West.
I'll tell you what, that ruling by the Board of Ed to allow them to play without masks if they so desired, came right in the nick of time, didn't it? They would be really suffering if they had to have them on in this game.
As much as I'd like to wear a helmet, I also like maximum oxygen in this situation.
No doubt about it.
Lillian Brooks picks up the loose ball, waist high, sprints downfield and scores.
Oh boy, no hesitation.
That's what she did or wanted to do before, just use those long strides to get herself in position for the slam dunk. She got called for a charge last time, but that time ended up just being her and the goaltender, Audrey Mullaney. Really no chance there against the seniors.
None.
Freshman goalie against senior goal scorer. And Brooks has 4. Timeout. Hydration break.
They need, I think this is a timeout not charged, right? It probably is a hydration break.
I think it is. So we go to the sidelines, and it is a 2-goal game. Lillian Brooks saw to that. And South was going to have to figure out a way to get the ball in the hands of Olivia Johnson a little bit more here in the final 17 minutes. Ella Ben-Zekri could use a few more touches. She's got 3 goals in the game, and as does Caitlin West, number 11. Those 3 players really haven't had much possession yet. Almost halfway through the second half, and that result, a 2-goal game, 13-11 on the scoreboard. Good time to talk about the Nashua Huddle, the weekly newsletter that's put out with a summation of all of the high school sports action for Nashua North and South during the previous week. In the 2021 Track City Championship, the highlight of the week. It's short but sweet track season for the middle schools. The Falcons, Raiders, and Eagles competed in their last meet of, where's the rest of that?
Of the season.
Of the season? I guess so.
I would imagine.
Yeah,
because the division,
no, that's the summation.
The Division I state meets for high schools are this week, Thursday and Friday.
Oh, so first place for Fairgrounds, Georgiana in the 100-meter. It doesn't say what her time was, though. They don't put the middle school times.
John, I'll tell you what. When I type up a lot of track results, I don't put them in either. You know, it's so much. It's so
much info, right?
I just say, for more information, go to directathletics.com. That's where they have a lot of this stuff.
And they only use one name in middle school for obvious reasons, so I wish I could tell you more than just Smith, but in Pennachuck, Smith in the discus and shot put.
I don't think there's any reason not to use both the first and last name.
You know, I agree.
We put it in there.
Yeah, I agree too.
Yeah, they just didn't look it up.
Okay. There was a school record broken in Pennachuck for discus and the shot put. I guess this is discus, 133 feet, 6 inches.
I can do that.
That's like 10 feet past home to second base.
Yeah, I know.
In a major league stadium.
Piece of cake.
Oh, there is some other facts and figures here. So we're going to restart the draw, and it looks like Ella Ben-Zekri is going to step up and take this one, her first one in a while, against Kylie O'Brien. Ella in the purple.
All right, refs, this is a lot that you've had to stop.
What's going on?
I don't know, but the refs aren't on the same page, and they need to. Don't know. The stick was not legal, evidently.
I guess so.
Needed a different stick.
I see a familiar name in here. Mazerol, North Girls Track and Field.
Yeah, Olivia Mazerol.
400 meters.
Yep.
101.34.
I talked to Nate about that. And she plays a ton of sports, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what her least favorite sport is?
Don't say basketball.
It is. I said, Nate, what is wrong with you? What did you do? He said basketball is her least favorite.
Oh, boy. Is he correcting her too much?
I don't know.
Too demanding a dad?
Maybe, you know?
Because Nate Mazerow was a great basketball player from what I know.
Yeah, he's a great defensive player and point guard and
so
very fundamentally sound kid.
He probably has a lot of advice to offer when
Yeah.
daughter Olivia plays.
I don't know, you know? I don't think he's that, you know? I mean, that's always a touchy thing for an athlete, for a coach's, son or daughter.
North looking to make it a one-goal game on this possession as they win possession off another draw. Number 6 is Ava Susi for the Titans, getting a touch. O'Brien with it. As Tom called her the engineer of this North team. The engine of this North team.
He's the engine.
And she shoots it over the top.
Engine, number 22 or 20, depending on what's on
Jersey.
her shirt.
Yeah. Had to cover up, we believe, a blood stain on the number 22.
Shot over the top, didn't get there. 13-11 the score. South leads it 15-42 left to play in the game. Lots of things are going to happen in the next half hour.
In front, goal, up high.
And that's one of them.
Kylie O'Brien.
What is that, 6 for her now?
Yes,
7.
the old double hat trick, 6 for Kylie. Certainly Ella Ben-Zekri was an MVP of the game early for South, but Kylie O'Brien stepping up for her team. 6 goals to lead all players.
And we're one draw away, I think, from North tying this game up.
Yep, North led 1-0 right off the opening minute, but they hadn't had a tie or a lead since. They were trailing 8-2 at one point in that first half, and different story now. North 1 possession and goal away from a tie game.
Gigi McIntyre trying to get her bench organized and say, okay, this is what we need to do. Talking to the player right now.
She's talking to
Yeah, who's that, number 20? I have my roster out.
David Carroll.
David Carroll, yeah, defense, yep.
South wins the possession.
Oh boy, they need that. They need that.
Olivia Johnson gets a rare touch here in the second half. She shoots. Save is made by Samantha Canto.
That's her 6th save of the game. Every one of them has been used. Oh, right in front. No, they don't
denied.
Whoa, I think the ball got knocked out. South retains it. Whistle blows. Let's see. No whistle. I thought I heard a whistle.
Terrific pass from Olivia Johnson right in front. It was hard to see what player that was that got denied what would seem to be a very high percentage scoring shot.
Johnson took a shot.
Yep.
That was a save, and then you're right, the denial came against another player.
In traffic in the middle, it might have been Ella Ben-Zekri looking for goal number 4.
Oh, almost intercepted.
South with it. Ben-Zekri to the right. Fires.
In.
Whistle sounded just before she passed. She took a stick, I think, up around the upper body. She will have what amounts to a penalty shot here from 10 yards out.
She missed one of these earlier.
That's right.
South.
See if she goes low. Canto ready for kind of the high shots. Get the stick ready.
Yeah, they move it up and down. Let's see.
Resume. Shot. Save or wide.
Just wide.
Yeah.
Ben-Zekri does not do well on those, does she?
No, I think she's kind of trying too hard. If that's possible, she should try to aim it.
Trying to aim it or get to a certain spot. Just put it in front.
Unmarked. Nice goal by South's number 11, Caitlin West. That's her 4th. Caitlin West, under the radar a little bit, has 4 goals. And under the radar there, certainly, Tom, is nobody even bothered to get in front of her.
School year in Nashua for sports started out with South field hockey and against North, and Caitlin West dominated in field hockey.
She did. That's right.
Yep. I think she had 6 goals in that opening game, something like that. It was outrageous.
14-12.
And then she had to miss the tournament game due to protocol. South lost. Two months later, a month and a half later.
And nice, I thought Olivia Johnson had that, but instead it bounced away from her, and it's still on the turf. Anybody's ball. Olivia Johnson now has it. And she gets tripped and falls. I think that was
she got clobbered.
Yeah, it was
either that or she got tripped. I don't know if there was any contact from behind.
I think it was her right heel that Kylie O'Brien clipped it. But that was a hard fall.
Yeah, she sure was. And she bounces up. That turf is not very forgiving.
Far right corner, number 1, Olivia Johnson. Hands it off to Caitlin West. West, who just came out of the back line and scored before, and she would have done it again, but she dropped it.
Yes, she dropped it, and North got it.
And Kylie O'Brien trying to run away from a phalanx of purple is fouled, and she'll get to start again, but she's facing a quadruple team. She elects to pass wisely. Lillian Brooks has it up ahead. Brooks ducking a defender as she comes near sideline. Brooks with those long strides gets fouled. And they're going to get a card on this.
Ooh.
A little extra.
Wow.
You look like a yellow card. And
against,
to the box.
Let's see,
number
right
8
here,
is,
yeah.
It's going to, is it?
Who's that? Yes, it is.
Okay.
John, flip it over. Yep. For South?
Yeah.
They had some on the back earlier.
So, with a player advantage, one player advantage, North seeking to make it a 1-goal game again, trailing 14-12 as they circle. Kylie O'Brien in the middle. Good defense by South, and a nice save by Mulaney. Loose ball in front. Shot, goal!
Off the loose ball. Mulaney couldn't find it. Wow.
Number 11 is Kira Seiss. Number 2 for her.
11's wild.
Yes. Yeah, that was a skill play by Kira because the ball was bouncing at least knee high, and she collected it and almost shot in one motion.
North is doing more than just hanging around. They are making this an even game, and I told you, very evenly matched between these two teams. And with 12:07 left, it's 4 fruit, 1-goal game. Finally see a close lacrosse game, John.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while.
It is.
So let's see. You know,
This is
BG Bedford was entertaining. The BG pulled away in that game that we did, 15-8.
this one is
South
really
Londonderry was
close.
good because South came back,
Yeah.
but they couldn't quite get over the hump, losing by 3. But this is razor close.
O'Brien pops it up in the air. There's a race to the ball, won by number 12 for South. So Lille Dubois was able to get a step ahead of Lillian Brooks, collect it. And now Olivia Johnson going from right to left. Johnson with some room. One defender gets in her way. She cuts to the right, thought about a shot. Spin move.
Lorendi's all over her.
Good pass, shot, goal!
Right,
drawing a triple team. Olivia Johnson dishes it off.
Caitlin Lorendi couldn't have worked any harder on defense.
You're right. Madeline Madalewski, and they whistled that before the shot.
Oh, so no goal.
That's why Olivia looked frustrated, even though the ball ended up in the back of the net, because she heard the whistle before I did. There's a shot. Madalewski does score this time. So it took a restart, but she still got the goal after all.
That was number 4, yeah.
Yeah, that's her second. So the goals piling up for both teams here. There's been 28 in the game, 15 for South, 13 for North. And back and forth we go. A lot of these draws are won secondarily. The ball's popping up, it's bouncing loose, and then there's a race on from the assisting
It's all about the
players.
position away from the draw. Who's guarding whom?
You see Lillian Brooks has position to the right of the face-off circle, just ready to pounce, and you would think that Kylie O'Brien's trying to dish it to her, and she does. Lillian Brooks collects it. being defended closely by Salil Dubois.
Brooks and O'Brien have a good combination of those drives. They practice that, obviously.
Yeah, they know where each other is at all times on those, and they played off each other well. O'Brien fakes left, goes right, spin move, gets fouled, and she'll get a resume right there, dead central from 10 yards out. See if she wants to shoot it. She might. So we'd make it a one-goal game again. Kylie O'Brien charges forward, shoots.
Yeah,
goal.
I mean, you can't miss from where she shot from.
You would think not.
Well, you know what's that? A power to something again.
It's still with us.
The wind is blowing.
Yeah. Seem to be fiercer than ever this year. I don't know why.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean,
I never get bothered by it. It's bothering me now.
It's on everything where I live, where I work. Just, you know, it changes the color of cars from whatever it is to green.
Oh, I used to have a black.
Yellow.
I used to have a black Celica, and boy, that thing turned green in April and May.
Yeah. So, draw at midfield. Will North be able to win the draw, go down and tie the game? South's been just keeping them at half an arm's length. Feels like for the last 20 minutes of action. And South able to win another draw and take it downfield, trying to get a 2-goal lead again. Kylie Daw backs it out. All the way up top it goes. Number 12 is Solil Dubois. Charging. To the left, to the right. Shoots. Goal!
Oh,
Solil
man,
Dubois. Showing some moves and accuracy
North
on the shot.
cannot get that tying goal. They can't stop it. Now, the scoreboard says 15 all, but they need to change that.
Yeah, they do now. 16-14.
Yeah.
In favor of South, 16-14. Just over 10 minutes left to go. And you're right, Tom. They get so close every time, and then South pushes back.
Yeah.
Up by 2. And what really looks like a match that's going to come down to the final minute. It was a very exciting final minute of the first half, if that's any indication. So, let's see. The players shift around now. They're facing each other. Now they're on the same side.
They're all guarded.
It's a loose ball. Anybody's who's going to get it. It's Kylie O'Brien that snags it.
Wow.
Ducks some sticks, goes to the far side.
Kiki McIntyre can't be happy with how they played the draws.
No. Opportunities missed on.
And you know what? They see each other again in 2 days. That's
Yeah.
an adjustment you make in practice tomorrow.
Good step up by South's defense there. Nearly a steal. Number 22 is Bailey Carroll, who almost took that away, but instead Kylie O'Brien trotting into the deep near corner, being guarded heavily by Ariana Murray. Comes out front. Loose ball picked up by Solil Dubois. She's circling.
Those turnovers that North did not have, they had plenty of them in the first half, did not have any in the second half, and then all of a sudden they get one right there.
Dubois showing off some track star speed far sideline. Gains about 60, 70 yards and then loses possession. And gets it back. Olivia Johnson has it. So great work, individual effort by Solil Dubois to flip the field and give South a chance to go up by 3. Johnson changes direction, comes back out in front, looking to shoot. Does. Goal. Olivia Johnson, long time between goals, but she's got 5.
Yep, sure was a long time. Her first goal in the second half.
And that's good news for South. If Johnson gets going again, it may be lights out for
Not yet. It's 9:05 to play. A lot can happen.
Well, that's true, but I'm just saying that
if she gets going, yeah.
She got
exactly.
4 in the first half, right?
Yeah.
So she's got 1 here in the second half. And we'll see what transpires. 17-14. South back up by 3. With just over 9 minutes remaining. And we'll keep our eyes out for any signs of fatigue. Heat exhaustion may play a factor here in the final 9 minutes. lot of these players have been going as hard as they can from minute one. A lot of the same names we've been saying, including number 1, Kylie O'Brien, who somehow has plenty left in the tank to sprint out of the circle with possession. You put a fit watch on Kylie O'Brien, I'm thinking 5 miles, Tom.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, in this game, and a lot of it at a dead sprint.
I know it.
That goes for a lot of these players. Remarkable, and they're showing off their late season fitness. O'Brien scoops that up. Defense hanging back a bit, giving North a chance to operate in space. O'Brien to Brooks. Lillian Brooks, will she make a run? To the right, she does. Stop and go, still has it. She is escorted wide. Vanessa Reeder, a force in the middle, number 17 for South, will always step up and give no easy goals. In the middle, O'Brien, backhander goal, down low, beautifully done.
How many is that for her now? She's got to have 7 or 8.
I have for Kylie O'Brien 1, 2, 7.
7.
Yeah, double hat trick plus 1 for Kylie O'Brien. That was the trickiest shot yet that she's tried.
This is not a defensive struggle. Just
No.
to let you know.
Yeah, it's coming down to winning the draw and then goal after goal for each team. There have been 32 goals netted so far in this game. Some nice shot making. And with that said, there's also been some great saves, or this game could be up around 50 goals total. Loose ball, and a lot of players would like to get it, but by the rules, they can't leave the 30-yard line. They have to stay in their end. And Lillian Brooks, first to get it, wins the race.
Here comes North, chance to cut it to 1.
O'Brien knocked loose and scooped up by Audrey Mullaney.
Oh, rare miss. She went to shoot, and the ball got knocked away. So
And South, did
Yeah,
they
wow,
go out of
they
bounds? They
gotta
had to
get it.
save it, but it
Yeah.
goes right to O'Brien.
look at that.
So North does have a chance here to make it a 1-goal game again.
That's just a sign of the team that's been out of their rhythm for a while. That's
Oh, that could have been whistled.
that 8-2 lead has kept them.
Lillian
in the
Brooks
game.
does draw
Ooh,
the foul.
she's
And
gonna draw it.
that might be a card right there.
Let's see. They're gonna do it. No.
No, some officials are more prone to pull the card than others. I think that may be the case here. But certainly that was a foul. You could see Lillian Brooks took that stick off the noggin, but she's
There you go.
tough as nails right back at it and shoots and scores. There's a lot of determination in Lillian Brooks' game, and she's got 5. She's like the Mario Lemieux of this North offense. Kind of a physically dominant offensive player.
What a game.
It's a great game, and it's a 1-goal game at that. 17-16, South clinging to a 1-goal advantage with 6:46 remaining. All important draw at midfield. These teams just to lead right to goals if they come away from the midfield circle with possession. And the whistle goes against North, so South does have possession. They lose it.
Oh, that's a huge turnover.
O'Brien knocks it out of the possession of
North
Caitlin
has a chance
West.
to tie. It's been they haven't been able to get the tying possession.
Caitlin West, who I don't have to remind you what a great player she is in multiple sports, but O'Brien picked her pocket.
This is a chance.
And West is determined to get it back from her
well, the
top.
Titans have a chance to tie, and the ball's on the ground. So let's see.
North threw it away.
Yeah.
So, see, that was just the effort by Caitlin
that's
West
just
to
a
win
big-
back the ball.
That's just a big turnover right there. That's awful. That's awful for North.
Yeah, they could have capitalized on Kylie O'Brien's great play. Vanessa Reeder trying to come out of her own end is going to hand it off to her goaltender. And Audrey Mullaney will change sides of the field as she passes it to Bailey Carroll. Carroll up ahead. A lot of room to run now for South, and they take advantage. A good 40-yard, 50-yard sprint for Kylie Daw. She cuts it to the middle. Still nobody really challenging her. Daw could have shot it there, but she'll back it out. Ella Ben-Zekri in the middle. Ducks a stick, shoots, scores.
Wow, it's a big goal in traffic for Ben-Zekri because they converged on her. Yet she got a flip underneath. Biggest goal of the game for South right now. 5:28 to play. It gives them a 2-goal lead.
Kylie Daw wasn't comfortable doing the same move, but she handed it to Ben-Zekri and she said, "This is how you do it."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, boy. Good aggressive move to the mid-slot area by Ella Ben-Zekri. We've got a timeout South, it seemed that the officials indicated. A strategic timeout in this case taken by the Panthers. So,
boy, North, it's like they're climbing up that hill, and they get to the top, and they reach up.
Oh, yeah.
And just slip and fall down another notch, go right back up, and then slip. It's just really, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, if we could read off the scores as we went along, it'd just be like 1-goal game, 2-goal game, 3-goal game, 1-goal game. They haven't been able to get back even since the opening minute.
Nope.
They scored first. North did. Lillian Brooks made it 1-0, and then it's been a come-from-behind battle almost since then. 5 minutes, 28 seconds is all that remains in this one, and it's been highly entertaining on a brilliantly sunny late May Tuesday, May 25 of 2021. You can see the Nashua River just sparkling through the trees. Wonder how cold that water is right now.
Cold. Yeah, I felt mine in the pool the other day. It's cold.
Like in the 40s cold? Yeah, because it's winter wasn't that long ago. Cold weather, man.
Well, the sun is going to warm that up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Surface water is probably
surface
the surface is probably a lot warmer. Once you start to get in 4 or 5 feet, it's a little chill.
Jose Canseco will not be jumping in that water.
No, he won't. No.
To find out.
No.
Especially with the pool at home. And Tom's got pool troubles now.
Yeah, I
the
can't
Tom Pound.
Yep. Yeah. A little
concern.
Little electrical issue. We'll see if we get that worked.
Oh, good. Because it certainly is pool weather all of a sudden. Do you heat the pool or you just let the sun do it?
No, I don't heat it. It costs a lot.
Does it? It does a lot?
It would, all my ETV salary would go to pay that heater pool.
That's amazing that you have a pool. That's great. Not everybody in Nashua does,
No,
Not everyone gets to live like you.
I lived, in a condo complex for a long time. I said, you know what? If I buy a house, I want a pool. So.
I know. You work hard for it.
Yeah,
that's for sure. No, he never works harder than this time of year.
The compound is America's favorite staycation destination.
It might as well be Willy Wonka's chocolate factory because I've never seen the inside of it.
And you never will.
I knew you would say that.
You've been out in front, but you're never going to go inside.
We can only imagine the wonders that lay within.
Oh, yeah.
Hard table and a folding.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
A mattress on the floor.
Yeah.
5:28 left.
And on the patio, a bunch of broken beach chairs.
Oh, yeah. Donations accepted.
Sure.
So Ella Ben-Zekri is back to midfield to take the draw. She took a few times off. They changed it up a little bit, but meanwhile, Kylie O'Brien has gone the distance for North at the center dot. 18-16. South leads by 2. Ball pops up into the air, and it's caught cleanly on the run by Kylie Daw. All kinds of turf being covered by her as she runs inside the 20 and passes it off. Caitlin West with it for South.
And now you start to look at the clock.
In the middle, catch.
No.
Can't get the shot away, though. Good defense by North. Trying to pick up the loose ball. Scooped up by Solil Dubois. Feeds it
Oh,
middle.
one-timer. You got to one-time that.
Spin move shot.
Save.
Save is made by Canto,
That's
and she
a
picks
huge
it up.
save.
It certainly is to keep it a 2-goal game. Huge save.
On Johnson, no less.
Johnson denied. Goaltender has one player on no help. She's got to pass to somebody. She finds a defender. It's not an easy pass, but it's completed. Near sideline.
She got it out to Lorendi, right?
Caitlin Lorendi. Lorendi making all kinds of tracks down the sideline. Runs into a double team, getting pushed back, and a little bit too much pushing, say the officials. So the restart will favor Caitlin and North. With 4:14 remaining, North feeling the sense of urgency to get a goal here. Cut it down to 1. High pass,
oh, that's a
loose.
dangerous pass.
Yep.
And a turnover.
Maya Ryu was there for the high bouncer.
Yep.
Maya Ryu still with it, number 19 with the run. Puts the brakes on, looking for a trailing teammate. Ella Ben-Zekri calling for it in the middle, number 14.
Under 4 to play.
Knocked away by Kylie O'Brien.
Oh, nice play by O'Brien. She gets it back. You can't be careless with the ball.
Not around O'Brien, you
And
can't.
a
And she
steal
gets
back.
it taken. Caitlin West. Caitlin Lorendi in the middle.
Johnson.
Spin move.
Nope. Smart move.
Yeah.
Let the clock run down a little bit. Smart move.
So many players who are good with the stick. One taking it away from the other in their turns.
I just think it's amazing, though, that North had only one possession where they could have tied the game.
Yeah.
Only one.
Otherwise, South has been doing a good job of keeping them 2 goals, 3 goals at arm's length. And now taking some valuable seconds off the clock. We are down to the 3-minute mark remaining. And Ben-Zekri casually walking now from right to left. In the middle to the open teammate. Ball's on the turf. North's defense kind of slow to challenge for that. And scooping it up, Kylie Daw. Daw trying to find an opening. Plays it back. Caitlin West. In front, the cutter's Ben-Zekri. The shot saved Canto. Loose ball picked up by North. Foul committed by Ben-Zekri out of frustration. She got denied again. Samantha Canto with 2 huge saves in the game's final 5 minutes.
Was that Ben-Zekri that gave South the 2-goal lead, or was it Johnson?
I think it was Ben-Zekri.
Yeah, I think so too.
So sprinting downfield is Kylie O'Brien. O'Brien, she still has some energy left. She's been going hard from minute 1, and she's able to reach down into the gas tank and go the distance. She's behind the goal line. Vanessa Reeder making life difficult there, number 17 in purple. Under 2 minutes left.
Must-goal possession for North.
Yes,
They've got to score
O'Brien
here.
trying to take it to the goal and scores!
How'd she do that? Triple team.
She went low 5-hole and then where there didn't seem to be any opening.
Wow.
Kylie O'Brien, a terrific play, and the stamina involved in that as well.
18-17.
Tom,
Here
didn't
we
she
go.
pick that ball up over here
Yeah,
someplace?
but the thing is how did she get it around 3 defenders?
She ran about 100 yards on that one possession. Sprinting around the goal, out in front, and finds an opening low on Audrey Mullaney, and it is a 1-goal game again, and this is only the second possession in which they were able to tie it, but do they have any energy left?
Well,
Namely
they
O'Brien.
don't have that possession yet, John.
They
Let's
don't-
see.
Yeah, they need this.
They need this possession.
There you see Lillian Brooks waiting.
And don't forget, if it goes overtime, it's sudden death.
She's trying to get it to Brooks, and it's going to go to the
Picked up by
South defenders
South.
instead.
But they've got to pass it up, and now let's see. They do.
Almost a giveaway, but Solil Dubois collects it. 1:45 remaining. South looking for
Yeah, they're not going to milk any clock
a
here.
put-away goal.
Yeah, they're not going to milk the clock. They're going to look to get that 2-goal edge back.
Caitlin West behind the goal. North needs a takeaway and a tie and a goal instead.
Oh!
Olivia Johnson with the one-timer. Johnson's got 6. And North has got to feel it slipping away.
Sure do.
However, we have seen flurries of goals within a minute.
Right. You just saw it at
It's
the end
not
of the half.
over yet.
You saw it at the end of the half.
I'm waiting for them to adjust the score because I've lost track whether it's 18-16, 19-17.
19-17.
19-17, okay.
That's what you got me for.
Yep. 19-17, so a 2-goal advantage for South heading into the final 89 seconds. 1 minute 29 remaining. North needs 2 goals to tie. And Kylie O'Brien trying to provide it on this draw. Is that Caitlin West taking it for South? And no, it is Ben Zachary again.
Zachary again.
And it's a win for Kylie O'Brien. She comes away with it. Down the field, fakes the pass, goes straight toward the goal. Backs away with it. Double team, backs it out, throws it inside. The catch and shoot, saved by
the high shot.
Audrey Mullaney, anticipating with her biggest save of the game. The freshman denies Brooks on the over-the-top shot, and now it is North trying to get the ball back, and a key recovery by the defender for North. Good play. Katrina Peck-Buzek. It's knocked out of bounds by South.
What great anticipation by Mullaney on that save, though. You called it. It was just great anticipation.
She almost knew exactly where she was going to shoot it. But then Lillian Brooks really only had that one option on the one-timer because she caught it up so high.
Right. So what you do is you bring it down.
40 seconds left,
You bring the
Tom.
ball down, spin. And
South can just run this out now.
They can try. 32 seconds.
North needs to just attack the
But
ball.
Mullaney
They can't
with the
wait. They can't stay back.
Mullaney, the biggest save of the game right there on Brooks.
They got to attack the ball. They can't stay back.
Yeah.
Instead, they got it. They got it with 18 seconds to go. They need to go right down the field.
Save.
A tricky pass. Who's got it? Somebody's got to sprint. And South has it. South has it with 6 seconds. That'll do it. An exciting lacrosse match here, but Nashua High South is going to come away with the victory.
It's just amazing that North could not get over that hump. It's incredible. Incredible. 2 possessions with a chance to tie.
It felt like that went on for 30 minutes. Where they just got close.
It
no,
did.
back away.
Went on for 25. All right, John Collins.
Okay, Tom King.
We'll see you on Thursday night for Silver Knights opening.
Awesome. So it's a 19-17 win for South in the Battle of the Bridge girls high school lacrosse game. I'm John Collins along with Tom King, and for our cameraman Tim O'Neill, thank you for watching and good afternoon from Stellos Stadium, everybody.